College told you it was the ticket to freedom, but all it gave you was a six-figure bill and a paper hat at graduation. Most of you are paying $100,000 for a piece of paper that qualifies you to make $40,000 a year, if you're lucky. That's not education. That's financial slavery with a campus tour. The system sold you the American dream, then handed you a debt shackle and said, figure it out. Here's the outlaw truth. If you wouldn't take out a mortgage for a house that you can't live in, why the hell are you signing for one degree that can't pay itself back? Quick note before the guidance counselors form a mob. I'm not your financial advisor. Nothing here is professional advice. It's information, opinion, and a healthy dose of outlaw common sense. Do your own research before making any financial moves, or talk to a licensed pro if you want the official stamp of approval. I'm just here to call out the scams and hand you the map. Where you sail from here is on you. And yeah, that's also why I don't have a finance degree. This is Savvy Doubloons, where we torch sacred cows, roast bad advice, and call out the financial traps keeping you broke. College is one of the biggest. For most people, it's not a launch pad, it's a debt anchor. And the sooner that you can see it for what it is, the sooner you can chart a better course. Now, I'm not saying education doesn't matter. Learning matters more than ever. But the way you buy education, that's a scam. We've been sold the fairy tale that a college degree is the only path to stability. In reality, the only thing that's guaranteed is debt. Degrees don't guarantee jobs. They don't guarantee income. They don't even guarantee that anyone cares about your major. The system just guarantees you'll pay through the nose for the privilege. Let's start with the obvious. College is insanely overpriced. Tuition has tripled in the last 30 years, while wages barely moved. That means every year, students pay more for the same product, a product that hasn't actually improved. If college were a car, you'd be the same rusty Honda Civic from 1993, but now it costs Ferrari money. The worst part? Students don't even see the trap until it's too late. You're 18, barely old enough to rent a car, but schools hand you the pen and say, sign here for $80K in loans. They call it financial aid. Aid for who? Sally Mae? It's legalized predatory lending wrapped in school colors. And when you graduate, reality smacks you. The average starting salary they bragged about on the campus tour, yeah, it doesn't exist. Most grads are lucky to make $45K starting out. Do the math. Your monthly loan bill is bigger than your rent. You didn't buy a career, you bought a debt sentence. You're paying Ferrari prices for a used Honda with 3 missing tires. Here's the part nobody tells you when they hand you that loan packet at 18. Student loans are the one kind of debt you can't escape. If you max out your credit cards, bankruptcy can wipe the slate. If your business tanks and you owe the bank $500,000, bankruptcy gives you a second chance. But student loans, they follow you to the grave. You can't bankrupt them. You can't shake them off. They'll garnish your wages, seize your tax refunds, even raid your social security checks when you're old and gray. And the punchline? You're not even buying something with guaranteed value. You're locking yourself into a loan harsher than a mob contract for a finance degree that doesn't even teach you finance. Most grads walk out knowing how to calculate the weighted average cost of capital, but couldn't tell you how to build an emergency fund if their life depended on it. That's insane. Credit cards, mortgages, car loans, all forgivable, but student loans? Iron shackles. And here's the kicker. I don't have a finance degree, which honestly explains why I can still do math that makes sense. Because if I had one, maybe I'd be $120K in debt bragging about my honors GPA, while I Googled how to make my rent. Yeah, that's exactly why I skipped it. It's literally easier to bankrupt a Vegas casino binge than it is to bankrupt a bachelor's in finance. I'm about to get a bit personal here, because I want you to see the real possibilities outside of a college trap. At 18, I didn't sign my life away to Sally Mae. I signed my name to the Navy. While my friends were racking up debt in the classroom, I was elbow deep in an FA-18 Super Hornet engine, learning skills that actually pay 6 figures in the real world. The system tried to sell me the 4 years of debt and a diploma. Instead, I got paid to master a trade that companies will fight over. And let me be clear, I'm not sharing this to brag. I'm sharing it to open your eyes, because while everyone else was drowning in loan paperwork, I was stacking skills, stacking income, and building leverage for the long game. Here's the kicker. I am finishing my bachelor's degree right now, but instead of paying $100K for it, I get it completely free through the post 9/11 GI Bill. And on top of that, the government pays me over $3,000 a month, tax-free, just to go to school. That's $36,000 a year I can use however I want. Rent, investing, saving, while Sally Mae's customers are still living on ramen. Now, is the military for everybody? No, it's tough, it's not glamorous, but it's a hell of a lot better than debt slavery. Instead of paying $100K for a piece of paper, I got paid to learn, I built a 6-figure skill set, and I'm walking away with a degree, for free. And if the military isn't your path, there's another outlaw route, the trades. Plumbers, welders, electricians, mechanics, the so-called blue-collar jobs that most people look down on, guess what? They're in demand, and they pay 6 figures. Meanwhile, some kid with a business communications degree is bagging groceries because nobody told him the truth. Nobody told him that HVAC technicians can pull down 100+ K with overtime. Nobody told him welders can make more than junior accountants. Nobody told him electricians can charge more per hour than some lawyers. College graduates chase prestige. Outlaws chase value. Trades don't just build houses, they build independence. And while other people are stuck paying student loan bills for 20 years, tradesmen and women are stacking cash by year 2. And if you're dead set on college, fine, but here's the outlaw rule. It better pay. That means STEM, science, technology, engineering, math, or a high ROI field like medicine and law. Degrees where salary can actually crush the debt. Don't drop 6 figures on exploring your passions, unless you want to explore living with your parents until 35. Outlaws don't pay for prestige, they pay for payoff. You want proof? Tech workers with no degree are making more than liberal arts grads with a master's. Nurses are clearing 6 figures, while English majors are blogging for exposure. If you're going to play the college game, stack the deck. Pick fields that will actually buy you freedom instead of chaining you to debt. Doctors, engineers, coders, data scientists, those are modern treasure maps. They require discipline, they require grind, but they will pay back the investment. And here's the irony. People love to mock trades or military service as less than, but those paths can pay more than half the respectable degrees combined. So if you're going to borrow, make damn sure you're borrowing for something that makes sense. Otherwise, you're not investing in your future. You're just financing your own financial prison. I know a guy who went 120K into debt for a finance degree. He's not working in finance. He's a bartender. A bartender with Sally Mae as his silent partner. He makes decent tips, but every month the loan bill eats his future. That degree didn't set him free. It chained him. On the flip side, another friend skipped college entirely. Learned coding through free tutorials in a $100 online course. By 25, he was making $90K a year as a developer. His only student loan? A $500 Wi-Fi bill. The ROI couldn't be more obvious. And here's the kicker. I've seen more people sink from doing nothing than from choosing the wrong path. The outlaw wins because he moves. The obedient student loses because they sign debt and wait for permission. College isn't about education, it's about control. They don't just sell you knowledge, they sell you obedience. 4 years of follow the rules, pay the bill, don't ask questions. That's the real scam. Outlaws don't buy obedience, they buy freedom. Education is valuable, but you don't need a 100K prison sentence to get it. You can learn faster, cheaper, and on your own terms. At the end of the day, the only diploma that matters is financial freedom. You can have a wall full of degrees and still be broke. Or you can have 0 degrees and build an empire. The paper doesn't matter, the freedom does. So here's the outlaw choice. Are you going to sign up for financial slavery because that's what everyone else does? Or are you going to build your own damn path? College might make sense for a few careers, doctors, engineers, lawyers, but for the rest of you, it's a scam dressed in ivy. Don't buy the lie. Don't sign the chains. Build skills, build income streams, build freedom. That's the only degree worth chasing.